So as you guys know, Fortnite Chapter 4 just recently finally released after long awaited speculation that we were going to be getting a new map and a new chapter. It finally did become revealed after one of probably the worst events we've ever seen. A lot of people around the internet are saying that the Fortnite Fracture event was essentially a 45-minute waiting room, which I kind of do agree. This was one of those events, this was one of the first events that I missed in a very, very long time, and I'm very disappointed but also glad to say that I'm not sad that I missed out on it. Fortnite events always usually hit, like they're always top tier. They revolutionized gaming with the way that they create these events and have a storyline within a multiplayer video game that we haven't seen before. It was very disappointing to see them try and do something different and it flop so hard with the community, because I thought that this was probably one of the most interactive events that we've had where we're actually involved in it instead of just watching things happen and actually being able to feel like we're a part of building the map. I thought that that was a very cool idea, but I think they could have went a different route with it. A lot of people are disappointed because they feel like their time was wasted, which I don't necessarily agree with, because we fully understand what happened to the 0 point and what happened to the island, and everything that happened in between makes sense as to why we have the map that we do now. It was a lot more complicated, and I think that it needed that interactive part and that sort of, long waiting time and the long, the storyline building things, so we understood exactly what was going on. Because let's be for real, this was a lot more complicated than the map simply just flipping over. Like, that reality was completely destroyed, and they had to do, like they said in the event, zero fusion, which is taking a bunch of pieces from different realities and pulling them into one and creating this brand new map. As far as the event itself and making actually making sense, in my opinion, the way that the map got destroyed didn't make much sense to me. So we had the Herald, and she was like, making all these tornadoes. She was turning people to chrome, and they pretty much, like, they think they defeat her, and it was kind of lazy in my opinion. I don't think they really had planned out how they were gonna defeat the Herald, because they kind of shot her, and then they killed her with just some regular guns, and then they were like, yeah, let's go. But then she comes back as this giant chrome monster, and you think, oh, that's it. She turns everything to chrome, and you're like, dang, it's over. But then she turns herself into chrome on accident. Her power overtakes her, and then when everything's chrome, the map blows up. The entire reality blows up. The zero reality completely blows up for no reason. It doesn't really make much sense to me, and they really could have done a lot better explaining why the map was destroyed. I feel like they did that as a bit of an excuse, a cop-out, just an easy way to get that over with so they didn't have to put much effort into it. And I think they focused a lot more on the interactive part of it, because if you guys don't know, Creative 2.0 is coming in next week's update. So modding and things like that are going to be coming to the game, which I am unbelievably excited for. And if you don't know, that event was actually created in the new Unreal Engine, which is the engine that Fortnite runs on, and that was made with modding and with the new thing that's coming out next week. So I think what they wanted to do was also make it cool, but also showcase the new modding ability and what you're able to do with it if you know what you're doing. So overall, this is probably going to go down as one of the worst Fortnite events that we've had, because people didn't want it to be that long. I think people were fine with it being more interactive, but I think them sitting around and just waiting wasn't what people were expecting when they hyped it up so much. And it was kind of overly hyped by the community, in my opinion. Like, I think an end event should be relatively hyped up because we're getting a new map, we're getting a new chapter, and essentially we are restarting the storyline completely. The 7 are gone, the IO are gone for as far as we know. Well, I guess I should say most of the 7 are gone. But overall, we're getting a brand new storyline. It's a fresh start, a new beginning, as this season was described by Epic Games. And I think people were just disappointed because the community was expecting this to be one of the greatest events that they had ever seen in Fortnite, and it just wasn't that good. It didn't come even close to the Chapter 1 and 2 end event, in my opinion, and I think that's what people were looking forward to. But that's really all I have to say for this video. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, use code PRO0YT. I'm out. Peace.